Well, you're welcome. To the barber shop. You're welcome. To the barber shop.
Barbershop Podcast. It is the 30th of August. Last day of August, I think. This year, 2017, in the great city of Hamilton, Ontario. We lost a great Canadian icon today in Skip Prokop. Summertime will always be remembered with his songs. His music lives forever. Music does live forever. It is the rock that we build upon. Make no mistake about it. Barbershop Podcast, your number one source for real music, real, original, live music. It exists in every corner of the world, and we are blessed to have such an incredible amount of incredible music here in the great city of Hamilton, Ontario. And this is Barbershop Podcast, broadcasting from Boxo Studio, the shadow of the great Hamilton Mountain. It is yet another fantastic example of why we do what we do and why we do it every Wednesday. Broadcasting live on Facebook Live. You can find us at barbershoppodcast.com, at Podcast Barber on Twitter, on, of course, YouTube, Barbershop Podcast. Just go on the interweb. You'll find us. And if you like it, and you love it, share it. It's good stuff. Coming here with Ryan Cannon and Gary Greenland, giving you the technical goods, making it sound so good. We get great comments every week about how good it sounds here at Boxo Studio, and we certainly appreciate that. We are doing our best to show you what's out there in the way of live music. We also play recorded music, videos, everything to do with music, and we are in a new world where we can reach out and you can get a touch of this. You know what else you get a bit of touch of tonight, Ryan Cannon? You're going to get some Purple Helmet. You're going to get some Purple Helmet. Gary Greenland is excited about the Purple Helmet. This is a gig coming in. A bunch of guys, great friends with Ryan Cannon. They're all players in other bands, but they come together to make original music and have for a while. The music has aged well. It's growing. It's become the basis for other art forms. There's a story to be had about the Purple Helmet, and we're going to get it tonight at Barbershop Podcast. I am introducing from left to right. We've got Rick Hodgson here, and he's playing the bongo tonight because they stripped away his angry rock and roll drum kit.
Feel so naked.
Feel so naked without your rock and roll drum kit. And Bill Hinsberger here on guitar, singing with his attitude and his vocal lyricist's lyric offerings. And Mike Fraser kicking in on guitar and singing as well. And on bass, we've got Ray Belisle.
That's Roy, man.
Roy?
That's it.
Is it Ray? It's Roy. I always say it is Roy.
That's all right.
It is good. And it is Purple Helmet together. So let's talk about music, about, first of all, where you guys kind of came into the music, and then when you started playing together, and how this musical outfit kind of serves you all in the big picture. Let's start with you, Rick. When did you start playing? Like, were you a drummer right off the bat?
I started very late in life, actually. I didn't until I had money when I got a job.
Yeah.
That's when I was able to buy a drum kit because it's not cheap.
Yeah.
And I bought a drum kit. I was playing for about maybe a year, only like single kick, and I started getting into Metallica, started getting into heavy music. And through a friend, I met Bill. So he came out to a place where I used to jam with a bunch of guys. Every weekend it'd be like a different bunch of guys. So he came out one night, and I'm like, play some Metallica. And he did. And I tried to play it, and I couldn't finish a song. So I'm like, give me some time. So it took like a year and just like practiced my ass off and called him back up, said, all right, I'm ready, let's go. And we were just trying to start a band after that, basically.
And I guess you'd probably been putting bands together for a while, and to have the hunger in someone's eye was more important than almost anything.
Well, funny story of him, I seen him on a tour bus. We're going to see a concert somewhere, and I never seen him in a year. And then he ran up to me, Bill, I learned all the tunes. I'm good to go. Let's go.
And you're like, who are you?
Yeah, yeah. It was a year, and then we started jamming, and that was, I don't even know how long, 25, 30 years ago.
Yeah. So it was metal, like that you were.
Oh, yeah.
what everyone was doing.
All the classics, you know.
Were you with them back then, Mike, too, or when did you become
yeah,
part of?
Bill and I were related.
We're cousins,
so we've been playing for a long time together. I started when I was about 14, started playing, and he was already playing a couple of years by then. So yeah, the music influence, playing guitar. I'd probably say I started with Bill, and then I took it from there and went my own way, and I had a few cover bands and stuff like that, but never quite to that level. So I started writing original tunes, and it was just easier. You can't fuck up an original tune.
Yeah.
So
no one else
we'll see tonight.
No one else has done it, eh?
We'll see tonight.
Yeah. And Roy, were you let Johnny Come Lately here? Were you with him for the longest time?
No, I was. Well, I started playing when I was about 14 too. I just couldn't. My fingers were. I couldn't make the chords on the guitar, so I just picked up the bass. Yeah, they call me Flubber. But and then I was playing in high school bands and crap like that. And then me and Mike met through a mutual acquaintance.
He used to go out with Mike's sister.
Yeah. I was trying to avoid that one. And then and then I always asked to jam with them, and Mike never wanted to let me.
Enough,
I wasn't good enough apparently. So, but then one time they were short a bass player, so I went out and I jammed. I ended up jamming with Bill and Rick for the first time, and after that, we basically stayed together.
Yeah, the uneasy alliance was made.
Yeah,
he was the piece we were missing for sure.
Yeah,
right.
He's the glue that holds it all together.
I wasn't always playing bass, so I went to singing for a number of years, and then I just recently went back to bass, maybe about 10 years ago.
Did you play bass in your other bands, or do you play guitar?
Yeah, now I just play bass and sing backup.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And it's been quite a transformation. Is the style of music, the love of music changed, or it's been the same kind of sound of music that when you guys get together, that's your sound?
I'm stuck in the 80s, man, so
Yeah.
I've never left that genre, so I don't know.
When we get together, it's all that comes out of us, really.
Anything
right?
past 1980, I'm not interested in, pretty much.
Get a nice bit of volume, nice bit of anger. You get it out there. You've done some videos, and it's kind of a neat story about how you had some stuff recorded for a while, and they've only recently become videos. So we're going to start off with a video tonight. It's all videos. We're going to have a story with all of them. The first one, Out of Time. I believe that's what it's called. Yep. So tell us about the song, tell us about the video.
Go ahead,
well,
Mike.
Out of Time, it's pretty much a song about... It wasn't written about anybody in particular. It's just about people who have certain problems. Yeah, alcohol problems, whatever it is.
I thought it was a war song. I don't know.
Yeah, it started out like that, and then.
It's one of the first songs we wrote.
Yeah.
I had a riff tape, and I think we were kicking that riff around for a long time, me and him, just doing solos over it, and then brought it out, and then me and Mikey worked on it, and then he went home, wrote some lyrics for it. And,
yeah, it was kind of my first crack at writing lyrics.
Yeah, he's gonna let me have a shot. Go ahead. I can't write nothing serious, so he was all gun ho, and I thought it was a war song. So
it started out that way. That was the concept.
Yeah,
some helicopters in there.
Hear
helicopters so I think we're Vietnam.
That's fantastic to see the pieces and how it comes together. Now, how about the video?
But the video too. Basically, we did our first video was the Hate Tank, which we're going to show later. So we did that all edited nice, and then we had 3 other songs. So we asked Ryan to do just a one-shot take of 3 other songs for us. So it's basically just a one-shot take without all the editing and stuff. And you know, Ryan Spielberg in there did a good job.
Ryan Spielberg, if you want a video done, Ryan Cannon is your dude.
Ryan
He's
Cannon,
been doing it for a long time. He's really good at it. And here's a cool example of what you can do if you've got a killer track and you want to give it some life. And this is Out of Time. This is Purple Helmet, barbershoppodcast.com.
Out of time, out of mind. yeah. Well, all for my soul, it is taking control of me now.
Like your rock and roll straight up, like a cheap shot of bar rye in a plastic glass, and Purple Helmet is for you. That is, hits you right between the eyes. This CD, and I'm not talking the recording of this CD, I'm talking this actual CD, 20 years, 20-year anniversary. And the music, as you said, when you don't give a shit past a certain point, you're going, this is what we like, this is what we play, this is what we sound like. It really doesn't matter. The music is timeless.
It is.
It does. And if you like that, you can maybe get a hold of this if you're super lucky. I don't know. Got some...
or if you got $2.
Or if you got $2.
Limited amount.
Yeah, but you'll play. You keep busy doing something, but it's hard, especially when you were playing hard, loud, fast music, original music, even as we're going to hear tonight, some comedic music, something that's got some texture to it. Not a lot of venues where you're going to play. So how do you...
That's the problem, right? Nobody wants to hear this stuff, so we just play tribute bands and play around just enough to keep busy, and that's it. These guys play a little more than me. I can't be bothered,
Yeah, you get to a certain age and you've kind of been there, done that.
Yeah,
right?
you want to play your own, not your own stuff, but stuff you like. So I'm not going to go join a Bee Gees band or something just for the money or the thrill of it. So
Yeah, it's true. Glad you're doing what you're doing. Glad what you're doing here with us at Barbershop Podcast. You came in normally, like you said, you're loaded for bear, everything. You got marshals and everything turned up to 10 or 15. Super loud, super crass. But coming in, trying a a little acoustical bent tonight, and I know you've tailored the tunes to kind of suit that. So we're gonna go play a live tune. What did you select to play when you were given this challenge?
Well, we got a couple of originals, but I think we're going to start off with something inspired me, a band called MOD, and it's some pretty funny lyrics. I was inspired big time by some thrash metal in the early 80s with the funny lyrics. That's basically how I write.
Right.
So this one's called Spandex Enormity.
Spandex Enormity. And
That's
what were
right.
some of the big bands that you
Well, Anthrax with the guitar player from Anthrax was a band called SOD and then MOD, and they were a huge influence on me. Obviously, I can't tell after 20 years I listen, I go, yeah, I think they had a lot to do with how I write.
all right.
And Judas Priest, you know, Megadeth, Metallica.
They were all like the big three, the big five.
Yeah.
Came out. And if you get a chance, that Anvil, the story, watch that on Netflix. An awesome
Anvil
story
story, yeah,
about
we've seen
Anvil.
it.
It's
Yeah.
great, isn't it?
Great movie.
Anyone on those Netflix, watch that thing. Those guys are heroes, man.
For sure they are.
All right, what's the name of this one?
So this one's Spandex Enormity, and just kind of a funny tune, and it's kind of what we're all about, or what I'm all about, and these guys are along for the ride. So we'll see what happens acoustic. And,
Acoustic
we'll
version.
see what happens.
Spandex Enormity. It's a story, and you get to be part of it right here. BarbershopPodcast.com.
Standing here in line, suddenly from behind, she's still a block away. Why'd have to be today? What do I see? She recognizes me. She hugs and squeezes me. The Spandex Enormity. What a fucking beast. Her ass alone would be a feast. And her love drippings contain a stench of rotten yeast. The show must go on. She's had enough of me. Taking up the whole front rows of Spandex Enormity. Walking off stage, she's waiting to come back. Her chubby little fingers grab my ass. Her chubby little fingers grab my ass. Don't talk to me, talk to Rick, talk to Rick. Why is it always you fucking fat bitch? I had enough of you. Take your flubber blunts and leave. She left here in tears, followed by my cheers. I could not help, she's fat.
Big train wreck in the middle there.
That was a mixed version.
That one's going to go down as certainly as a collector's item. Do you worry?
Rehearsal.
Yeah. Do you worry that the straight up, the ridiculousness, the sort of thing that we all celebrated with Spinal Tap is gone forever in music? That people have lost their
not with
lost.
me,
No, but I'm saying, you know, that's why you guys, you know, there's nowhere to gig, because there's people have lost their sense of humor. Music has
Yes.
become very narrow cast, where you know you're shamed. But where before it was quite often
Parodies and
and being naughty. You know, music was always naughty. Songs were always like, you know, now I guess mainstream music is naughty enough. It isn't done in parody. It'd be tough not to get protested out the door of someone if you tried to do it straight up.
It's kind of like what Bill said. It's like, I love Iron Maiden. Like, they're amazing, you know what I mean? But maybe you don't always want a history lesson. Maybe you just want to hear some funny lyrics and just have some fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I might get some hate mail tonight. Who knows? We just started.
Well, you get a groove going on. Talk about, and there's a story. There's a story inside everything. There's a story
lot of
inside
stories.
all the songs. Don't Fall Asleep, and this comes from, you know, the person on the cover of this record, I would assume, you know, because we
Great
all
guy.
remember.
He fell asleep.
Great
He
guy.
fell
You fall asleep at
Yeah.
a party, and if you
Party
tend to be the
bars.
first one to go out, you tend to get abused by your male friends who cover you with things and paint
right.
you with indelible marker and makeup, and you have to go home and explain this to your parents the next day because you're usually living at home when stuff like this
Yes,
happens.
and we're writing songs while they leave. We're writing a song about it.
And while they're
So-
doing that.
But you got to understand why he got painted up.
Why do you get painted up?
You don't want to know. We
Yeah.
can't.
You don't want to know?
He's just one of those guys that drinks more and more and starts yapping and yapping. So,
But as
you
far
just-
as like the
just gotta fix
songwriting,
it.
I write basically stories of my life, things that happen. Like at the next video, I think it's the Hate Tank about my van. And,
Yeah. Let's talk about that because we're going to play it. Tell us about Hate Tank.
Yeah,
And
so
it's
that's-
spelled like Hate to Ashbury, H-A-I-G.
Well, that's because me and Mike we're cousins. Our mothers are sisters, and that's their last name, their maiden name. So
Okay.
we went with the Hate. It's the Hate Tank, as in. But we thought we'd throw an homage to our parents in there, and my mom was quite proud of me after that.
Very
I
good.
threw her name on there until she listened to the song.
Song.
And she wanted me to take it off there, so I don't know.
So, is
So
it
yeah,
gonna-
it's about my
next year.
van. I had a shaggin' wagon back in the
90s.
90s.
Yeah.
Early
It's all a
90s, I
blur.
thought it was
Van is
80s.
around.
I had
Don't
two.
come a
I had
knocking.
two vans, so we called it the Hate Tank. We saw a party in there, and basically the song's pretty self-explanatory. You'll hear it, and
and you'll know.
you know, like Mikey writes
Yeah.
tunes, kind of more like
Yeah.
philosophical, and like
Yeah,
generalized. You
Yeah.
know, I'm straight to the point. I write songs.
Yeah,
about
definitely. Like I can
everyday
see the
life.
way you write, it still has this opus where it
Yes.
has this beginning,
Yeah.
this middle, this end, this creative, this crescendo. You know, it's like the Nordic gods flying through on winged horses at a certain
Exactly what
point.
I was thinking,
and
yeah.
yours are just,
I wrote it
and
exactly
yours
what
are
I was thinking.
completely different.
Right to the
You
point.
know, yeah,
Mine are right to the point,
Exactly.
man.
very
Like,
Betty Hill. you
Yeah,
know.
like what life
do it.
experiences, about work, life. I write about sharks, aliens, just shit.
Fecal
that's-
matter.
Yeah.
Fecal matter.
Yeah.
A lot of gobble gobble
And
goos in there. I should get
nutrition.
a
Those
dollar every time
trademark that
somebody says
phrase.
gobble gobble goo.
Somebody says it, they owe him $5.
All right. Well, it's a song about a real thing, about a van that
Yes.
existed. It's called The Hate Tank. It's Purple Helmet on barbershoppodcast.com. That's Hate Tank. That's Purple Helmet. And that, I tell you, that is like the true expression, the ugly side. I mean, and being ugly well is a big part of rock and roll, right? It had to offend and shock. It couldn't be too produced and too slick. And
in your
many,
face.
yeah, as many
face,
say
man.
that if you don't have that, you're not doing your job when it comes to rock and roll. So was there like a layoff years between 20 years ago? You know, you grind it. You're in your 20s, or whatever. You've got that.
We always had
energy.
the band, the Purple Helmet band going,
Yeah.
and we'd always get together over a couple of years and always kind of jam and
Do odd gigs here and
do
there.
odd gigs here and there.
Yeah.
We're
And
always
Until
out
they
doing
kick
it-
us
we're
out.
in other bands, right? So we would come together once in
Yeah.
a while and then do our own thing.
would you do it if someone had a song, you know, or would it be let's have a writing session, or just you would write on your own and you get together and kind of share it?
Billy just calls up, say I wrote a new tune, and there you go.
Yeah, when we wrote these CDs, we were recording them at a friend's studio, Second Stage Studio actually. But it just kind of, as we were in the studio, we had to come up with the rest of the song, finish things. Once you're under that kind of
Nice pressure.
right?
It's
We
kind
got
of
two
good though.
CDs, so
Yeah.
that was the first
So
CD.
we had a bunch
Basically,
of
had most of the
ideas.
songs pretty much down, and then we went and recorded.
Yeah,
so.
once you get in, and we had a lot of friends help us out with it too, doing vocals and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Walt James Band.
Yep.
Walter and Jamie
Yeah.
Cameron and his brother Ron.
Yep. Love Jamie.
Oh, he's the man. His brother's the
For
greatest,
sure.
greatest guitar player out of Hamilton.
He is.
A lot
Ron
of
Cameron.
backups and stuff.
Ronnie,
for
his
us.
brother's the
Yeah.
fucking man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they came in, hey, we need a little solo here, do a little bit of this. They came and did all the backups for us. We got a couple of tunes. I don't know if they're on any of the ones we're doing tonight, but they're great. They came in the studio, had a blast, and I think the second CD, Ron came in and put a bag on his head for the pictures because
The lyrics got even better.
Just keep it
the lyrics
down.
got better. He's like,
lowdown.
leave me alone. That was his name. So
Leave
he
me
had a
alone.
little branch in front of his face for every picture. But he played, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Got another video we're going to play of the, I guess you'd call it the collection, the Ryan, the Woods collection, or this one is Tea and Tokes. And I imagine it's about tea and tokes. But
Yes.
Yeah.
This one ain't in
Straight
the
to the
woods.
point.
This is actually, we did this one in Roy's basement. We're looking for, we should have just did my basement because I basically took my whole basement and moved it to Roy's. Christmas lights and some teapots and
I actually thought I was still back in Bill's basement.
yeah. I should have just stayed in my house and did it, but.
That's awesome.
So it's kind of a psychedelic little ditty, and Ryan did a great job on it. Came over and edited it with him, and it's kind of trippy. And Tea and Tokes, man, pretty much self-explanatory.
Tells a
Yeah.
story.
Well, I'll tell you the story. Mikey was
Yeah,
going to college for guitar. He came home one night. Me and him were living together. I don't know, we were in our 20s, and he had a song. He had the chord progression.
Yeah,
He's
it was
like,
for a course I was taking actually. It
he
was
goes,
a
we gotta
jazz
come up
course.
with a melody. I'm gonna get marked on it. So he came in with that
With a jazz, like a
with,
chord
with that
progression.
chord progression, and I wrote the melody over it, and we kind of had that sitting around for years. And when
Yeah,
we
it
started doing the
was
CD, it was like, hey
instrumental
man,
at first.
Pull the dust that
let's
one
make
off.
a song, dust it off. I wrote the
Yeah,
words
yeah.
for it,
And
wrote the
then-
words, and then
Yeah, I just
Fuck,
took
it
it
is
from
what it
there.
is.
Lo and behold, there you go.
did a
boy.
bunch and got high and fucking wrote that song.
love
Two
it.
joints and then we smoked two more.
And we drank some tea that night. So after
Both
we're
do
done
drugs,
writing
kids,
it, we
by the way.
needed a title. It was, hey, tea and we're high and we're drinking tea.
Thing writes itself.
It wrote itself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tea and Tokes. This is barbershoppodcast.com.
dreamt before I woke. Heaven on earth is tea and toast. No one can see how it comforts me. Smoke away all my memories. No one gets it, just me and my green friends. They're here to take away my worries. Pour me a cup of some comatose. Tell me the story that I love most, the one I dreamt before I woke. Heaven on earth is tea and toast.
WT and Tokes there on Barbershop Podcast. It's Purple Helmet. This is a band that's been around the hammer for a while. They've written songs. The songs have lasted. Ryan went and beat out some cool videos. They're coming in acoustic, playing what they've written, what they've carried with them. You wouldn't call it necessarily a life message or anything like that. You said it's more like a good drunken summer party or a one of those fuzzy Polaroid pictures from back in the 80s.
It's fuzzy on that.
We all looked younger. We all felt, it was a daze. People don't understand, it was like...
We're not trying to change the world.
No,
that way.
exactly. Music for what it is. So on that note, you're going to play another acoustic one. Another one that has almost as a poetic lead in.
This is a total love song.
A total love song. And...
we have a video for this. We have a video, but we're going to try it acoustic.
Don't take it the wrong way.
Bum Up and Bleeding.
Bum Up and Bleeding. And you're going to hear it live, right here, right now, on BarbershopPodcast.com.
Your brother says that you're going to hell. Your sister says that you wear it well. You're trying to run, but you love that fucking smell. You said you've known since the day you were born. Dick toucher, pledged and sworn. You break the ass till it's ripped and torn. He's balls deep in shit delight. Bomb slushing pirates of the night. Bomb up and bleeding. 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 Receiving love from another man. Bootstrapping in a shitty land. Tortured ass, take it in the can. Pitch or catch, it's up to you. Either way, you're covered in goo. Man, pussy, it's all you ever knew. He's balls deep in shit the light. Bomb slushing pirates of the night. Bomb up and bleeding. 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 He's balls deep in shit delight. Bomb slushing pirates of the night. Hairy ass all covered in goo. Third eye brown and it's looking at you. Heads or tails, looks like you can't lose. You take a load across the face. You go for what like it's a race. You take it all and you don't leave a trace. He's balls deep in shit delight. Bomb slushing pirates of the night. Bomb up and bleeding. 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 Your bum's up and it's fucking bleeding.
All right, how long you been friends with Ryan Cannon? Like, you know, that's what I...
Too long.
Too long. And you probably Steel City the days, right? Is that where you came across him? Or
Well, maybe in a back alley somewhere.
that's where I came across him. But it is...
How do you think we got our video so cheap?
It's true, but it's like he loves the heavy music, right? And you
that what you
love
call
the
it?
heavy music.
Yes.
That's what we call the heavy music. And he certainly, wow, it's a kind of a Giphy world, you know. It's a Giphy world where
It's a man's world.
People are sending certainly tiny chunks.
Tiny chunks. You had me at tiny chunks.
Tiny chunks are remaining.
We got tiny.
All right. There's no segue. There's no segue from that to go to a commercial because I think it would drag down anyone that I would mention in any kind of commercial
What do you
sense.
say after that? I don't know how that didn't get airplay like on the
You
radio.
can't, right?
How do you
And
follow that?
I think there's far too many people who are
We
hypersensitive.
even toned it down acoustic.
Yes, I
Trying
think
to
that
get
there's
MTV unplugged, but
it would still be spinning. You know, people wouldn't know where to start with dealing with a song like that. And there must be like the 10-year-old in you must love that.
I'm not allowed
right?
going around 10-year-olds.
No, but you love being a shit disturber, right? From you, that's what that song's about, right?
I don't know.
You know,
just
imagine
funny.
that.
Did you
Shit
laugh?
disturber, a bugger, it all means the same thing, right?
When
You
we
know?
play, we all laugh. It's a
still
keeper. It's a keeper,
It's a
right?
keeper,
When we
right? But
laugh
you need
and
at least
we all
3 out
laugh.
of 4 laughs, right?
Yes, right.
Like we
don't care what everybody else thinks, as long as we laugh.
we don't take these songs seriously. We're just
But
joking.
yeah,
right?
yeah, I
Like,
know, but nobody at any point stands
No,
up
I
and
know,
goes,
but-
really, you know, it's like you could do better than that.
No, like you know, we don't care. We're just having
I
fun.
know. Well,
Like,
it's got to
I
be the
love
thing
pissing
that
old
you
people
don't
off who
care.
think, you know, that
Billy doesn't
Yeah.
mean to offend, but he does.
I all do it more. I'll
Yeah,
just fucking
exactly.
fight no one
Getting
but
a
you.
rise is what it's about.
That's right.
Okay, this is what we're getting at. Now, Purple Helmet. Okay, we're going to do a video. Purple Helmet. It's the name of the band. Is there an overbearing message of Purple Helmet?
Kind of goes with what we're doing, no?
Yeah, kind of.
It was a perfect name for what
Billy
I'm
actually,
what you're doing.
you heard a bunch of he heard rap playing on the radio all the time, and he goes, you know what, I can make a rap song. So these guys are all making rap song. I can make a better rap song. So we did, but we just put heavy guitars to it.
Is that the next video? The Purple Helmet?
Yeah, Purple
So this
Helmet.
is kind of our anthem. It's
Right.
kind of like I picture the Pink Floyd, like with the hammers
Yep.
walking. I picture the big purple helmets walking down the street, especially the intro. And yeah, I just wanted to write kind of a rap tune because we're making fun of rap.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we'll throw some music in there, and anybody can do this shit. So let's hear it.
Rap.
When we were
Let's hear
throwing around names, right? I remember it was like we were going to call ourselves the Foreskins, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden
we're the
someone said
Foreskins.
Purple
Yeah.
Helmet. Like, yeah, that's it.
That's
it. They wouldn't be played at the Corktown. They wouldn't put it in the paper. They added an S to
They
it.
put an S on it. Purple helmets.
Helmets. And then the one guy took it off the board. He goes, "Oh, we got complaints." I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
That's great.
Yeah.
Like adding S makes it better, right? So it's
Jimmy.
multiple
Really?
purple helmets.
Yeah. Now there's 4 purple helmets.
I know.
We made us plural. We had pearl, and then we wore purple too.
Did the
so-
same thing with Teenage Head, right? I guess I
Yeah.
figured it would work again. It didn't
Good
work the
publicity.
first time, not working now. They're a dirty, filthy band. Be sure to see them. All right, Purple Helmet, this is their video. This is barbershoppodcast.com.
'cause the pussy just died. Purple helmet is calling on you. Purple helmet has come to fuck you. Purple helmet is calling on you. Purple helmet has come to fuck you.
That's the Purple Helmet with the Purple Helmet. It's all happening. That is the cover tune, and you wanted to say a couple words about that? Shoot it over to you.
Yeah, that was just a live video we did up at 410 Studio. And we want to thank Carm for helping us out, and Ryan again for the video. But Carm did a great job on the audio mix, all live, and a couple little fuck ups there, you can tell, but all good, man. Give it live.
Well, good on you for still hacking away at it and doing, you know, like I said, what drives you and get it up on the road. It's like getting a car that's been sitting in the garage for a little while and putting the struts and springs back on it and some tires and firing it up again, right? The last video we're going to play tonight is another one evocative of the feel, I guess you'd want to say, Purple Helmet. Don't Spill the Blood. What's it about?
Mikey wrote that one. He kind of had that tune pretty much good to go.
Yeah, you know,
we all helped arrange it, and he came in with the lyrics.
The lyrics, what I was trying to get through was, you know, don't double cross anybody, or, you know, cheat people, or don't spill the blood, basically.
Cool. All right. Do you want to play a live one before we do that, or do you want to, just go to the video?
Rain?
Yeah.
All right. Do one more live one. What are you going to do?
One more live. Yeah. This is Mikey's tune. This one's called Rain.
Yeah, it's called Rain. I wrote it like back when we first started. Probably the first song I ever wrote. Probably the first time I'm performing it too. So we tried to do a video of it, but it didn't quite work out. So hopefully it'll come across.
Actually, Ryan's in the video. We got him in an alien mask. He's playing keyboards. So if that ever surfaces, it'd be good to see him.
All right.
We weren't high enough.
Yeah. Even he's hiding behind masks. Everybody who plays with us is hiding.
Otherwise, you got to pay
that shit out, or you got to pay
extra.
There's no gobble gobble goos in this one, so I ain't getting paid for this.
No, this is just a mellow song. You know, it was a rainy day, and it was just kind of that mood where you're kind of melancholy and just not feeling up to it, and that's where the lyrics came from.
That's a great way to get it down. All right, this is Rain. This is Purple Helmet. This is barbershoppodcast.com.
I haven't changed, but I know I ain't the same. I guess nothing lasts forever. And there's no one to blame. I get high and time goes by. Oh, when I'm high, time goes by. Looks like it's gonna keep on raining. It's getting dark, I can't see the light. Guess I'll have to wait until tomorrow. Find myself and maybe make things right. Oh, I get high and time goes by. Oh, when I'm high, well, time goes by.
All right, Purple Helmet is in the house tonight. They have a story. They told it to you, and you can, can they get a hold of your music? Is it out on the internet? I guess these videos are out on YouTube. They got a YouTube channel or something of that nature, or do you keep it hidden?
It's in the vaults.
It's in the vault, waiting for the perfect moment.
Hidden treasure.
People are trying to take it off the air.
It's on 8-track.
Actually, you won't get it over me.
It's on YouTube, videos. You can get holds through there.
Yeah.
Facebook,
If you're having a rock and roll party, if you're having a revival, if you're into some shredding, if you're into some, some incredible beastie music, then get a hold of these guys. They can be had probably for a fair dollar.
Pretty cheap. Bum on
Probably
bleed,
pretty cheap. It's not just because you get older, you don't get more expensive all the time. Sometimes, the old meat, goes on sale.
We'll play for beer.
Beer and weed.
Beer and weed. It's all
Gas
good.
money.
All right.
Gas money, chicken wings.
So we talked about Don't Spill the Blood. The last video we're going to play. Is this also one that's kind of in your style, storytelling style, message to the masses?
Yeah. This is one of an earlier one, and
You said early song, one of the first ones, right?
Yeah, because I was into Slayer and Metallica and Megadeth and all that, and so lyrics "Don't Spill the Blood" just kind of came through that, and it's just more or less about not screwing over friends or family, or
don't make a mess of. Don't make a mess of it. You don't got to. Hey, just be nice. Message for everyone, especially these days and ages. All right, this is Don't Spill the Blood. This is Purple Helmet, and this is BarbershopPodcast.com. Want to give a great thanks to everyone who is chatting with us on Facebook Live. Awesome. Lips. They're posers. You're absolutely right. They all admitted to it. If you're one of them, you know. See? They want a piece of you. Guys, thanks so much for coming in. Playing the good rock and roll music.
Thanks for having us.
Carrying the flag.
Absolutely.
Keep it up. Keep it strong. Barbershop Podcast. We'll see you next week. There's always something new, something cool, something happening on barbershoppodcast.com. Take care.
With the king